So my name is Liz Morelli, and my present position, I'm on the ARC Foundation. It was kind of the idea of beginning something in Hamilton was growing in me. I knew that Hamilton was the destination. One of the early things we did was buy a house, and the School Sisters of Notre Dame gave an interest-free loan, and it was 1622 King Street East, which we no longer have. L'Arche no longer has that house. And so that was the beginning house. Our actual opening date was December 1st, 1978. That's the anniversary date. That was the date that we were accepted into the International Federation of L'Arche Communities. So that was our official date. And by then we had two people, Dara and Roger, and they were both from long-term institutional backgrounds. And then Kevin came, and Kevin came from a family background, so very different experiences, of course. And then Joyce came. So those were the four core members.
I was first nervous, but then I was learning like for a big family, and so I was happy that I found like a big family.
I think they were good. They helped me. They told me to go on a rest.
I like the people around me here. They comfort me and they help me out a lot. It's very welcoming here, and it's safe for everybody to be here and be themselves and have great people here.
Charles Reed.
It's very welcoming at L'Arche.
It's really good, okay? Oh, God.
I just made it for people, for L'Arche. Yeah, that's all.
Do you like doing art per life and making pottery, pictures? Like people enjoy it. It's hard to learn how to better artist in the program.
I came in 1986 as a live-in assistant.
I started in L'Arche in 1993 as a co-op student, actually, out of university.
In '83, I came to Hamilton, and when I came to the community, it was like coming home. I just knew in my own heart and my own being that this was where I was meant to be, and so I left the Sisters of St. Joseph and became a member of Hamilton L'Arche community.
Began in 1981, and actually, when I lived at King Street, I actually roomed with Kevin Forrester, so Kevin and I shared the same bedroom together.
The mandate of L'Arche, quite simply, is to live with, and that's what we're doing, and it's to live with the core members, it's to live with the other assistants, it's to live with whoever walks in the door, and to share home and to share our table.
So for me, L'Arche has been a great gift. It really set the course for my adult life. It gave me the guideposts, the signposts to help me to live as best we could as a couple and as family.
And it's not always easy. There's days that it's beautiful and wonderful, and you see that easily. There are other days that it's just the daily drudge, and you don't want to do it. And I think that's our relationship with God as well. So I think it's just simply the being with, being accepted and loving one another.
Yeah.
And the core members teach us that. I think they're much better at it than I am, and same in our family. Simply said it's okay to be who you are, and it's okay. And I think they look to us to say, and is it okay for me to be who I am? And as long as that kind of stayed as part of your daily experience, no matter what came into that daily experience, that was the gift of L'Arche.
My first impression was, oh, this is a nice place, a lot of good people doing good work. The longer I stayed around, that impression changed. I realized more about what the mission of L'Arche is, and how really L'Arche is changing the world. I know that's a very big phrase, kind of grandiose, but L'Arche does change the world in small ways, one person at a time. L'Arche Hamilton runs 5 homes for people with disabilities. We have a program, a day program, which is a creative arts program, and it's a recreation-based program. People learn skills, people do pottery and painting, this kind of thing. Our program supports some folks who live in our homes, but others who live outside the community with their parents, with their family, who come just for the day. We have gatherings, we have events, we have barbecues and a lot of fun times. We're a faith community, so we have a weekly time of prayer together. Say that we're journeying together, and as we journey, we talk about daily life, we talk about our spiritual journey, and we grow in all of that, and we grow together. And we really celebrate just the dailiness of L'Arche. These are simple things. These are things that many of us just take for granted, but they're really fundamental to what L'Arche is. Needing each other, living together, getting on each other's nerves and needing to forgive each other.
It's people welcoming people. I mean, that's a big part of community. Can you be there for me? Can you be present? Place where people can find home, and to heal and to find out who they are and to celebrate people. That's a big part of our mission. Also, we're true to our stories, like the fact that Jean Vanier chose to live with 2 men. And it's a wonderful way for assistants to come to share their lives with people, to live something very mutual and inclusive. Tough parts are when people die or pass away. That's really a tough time. So we come together and we celebrate people's lives. We share stories. We hold each other during that time. Another time is when assistants come and go. I think that's a hard time to say goodbye. But we also know a seed had been planted, and that we hope that they continue to share the mission and identity and the friendships that they got while they were here.
I do see us somehow reaching out to more people and growing our circle bigger. L'Arche has never been stagnant. L'Arche has never been comfortable with just being stable.
I think we like to become more part of the community. I like the community to come to us a little bit too, whether we can find ways to make it more of a human world in our neighborhood. Maybe bring the sense of community to others, instead of just being our own little community insular, that we can actually provide being teachers of being a community.
The spirituality of L'Arche, the spirituality of forgiveness and relationship and community has really been the center for our life together and our family together. And then our youngest son, Andy, we adopted, and he has a disability. Yeah. And so that really infused the spirit of L'Arche right into our family nucleus. And we couldn't have, what Andy has given to our family, we couldn't, as parents, have infused that attitude or that acceptance into our children.
What I think of L'Arche Hamilton today, I think that it's an overall great community to be a part of. And I can think back to a time when L'Arche community was a bit on a smaller scale. And for one, our day program has definitely expanded over time by accepting new members who may not necessarily live within L'Arche, but live with their other caregivers, or live at another organization, or be a part of another organization. And our doors have definitely opened, and it's definitely, it just gets better and better each day. I would say that L'Arche is very life-giving, and it's not always looked upon as a job per se, but more of a place where you can come and be welcomed by everyone within L'Arche who can have many different stories to tell, and as long as you listen, I'm sure you can take something away from that, and maybe even learn something about yourself.
That's awesome.